I do want to talk about how oppressed communities, and this is communities of color, forget that they were oppressed themselves and become the oppressor. This is something I've noticed, and I've watched plenty of videos in regards to how a lot of Africans are treated in the MENA region, something that has gained a lot of coverage, and it's truly sad because we see this very often, and this is something that I speak about in terms of the anti-blackness that exists not only within the MENA region naturally, but also within Latin America. um, and it's really sad because we, as communities of color, people that have experienced a history of oppression, or more so our ancestors, and continue to naturally, there are systems in place that have continuously um, kept our communities down, right? From having the same level of progress that white communities have, given the fact that white communities were able to build on their wealth, were able to pass that wealth down generationally. And naturally, at many times, there was exclusion of communities of color being hired for certain jobs and opportunities. And I'm sure that exists, although maybe it wasn't verbalized or maybe it wasn't written in other countries on a global scale. And here we are, we've been able to develop ourselves a lot more. Perhaps those systems don't necessarily exist to the same extent, but we are perpetuating um, a lot of what those that once oppressed us have done onto people that look like us, that have experienced a lot of what we have. And it's sad because it does not help us move forward, right? It doesn't also create an image of unity amongst us. And this is exactly what those that have colonized our people, that have oppressed our people historically, want. They do not want us to be united. They want us to make differentiations within one another, and that is keeping us and holding us back from true progress and from true growth, in our own economies, in our own places, right? Because when you really look at it, you reap what you sow. If you're not doing good and you're not being good to your fellow human being, how are you going to reap goodness? Uh, so, and it's sad because a lot of these, like as communities of color, we also claim faith. We claim that we have faith on our side, but when is a good God, right? When is a good God in alignment with uh, poor treatment of our fellow own human being? When is a good God making differentiations of people? Then that leads me to question whether there is a good God, or whether the God, right, that one believes in is a good God. So let's take a moment to really reflect on first and foremost, what do we believe? Are we making differentiations of people? Or because then what does that say about, and I'm someone that naturally, I have said in the past, I don't really align myself with organized religion, but it's something that I see where it's, there's a lot of preaching, there's a lot of, you know, saying about and talking about faith in our communities, yet there's a lot of hypocrisy and there's a lot of still ugliness, and evil. And we have to really, if we don't want to go through the oppression, we do not want to continuously be oppressed, we must not oppress our fellow brothers and sisters as well. And 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 we should not make differentiations of people based on skin color, origin, and the whole nine, um, that unfortunately colonization has put forth, right, has sold, and unfortunately people buy into. And that's sad, that really is sad. we must hold on to knowledge, we must hold on to our history and remember where we came from and who we are. So I just want to say that much.